Hey guys, that's Evan.
And that's Paul.
And this is our first official 10-minute talk.
Oh, that's nice. 10-minute talk.
10-minute talk.
We just came up with that idea.
And they're going to be 10 minutes, which... 10 minutes, which...
Who knows?
We'll try to keep them 10 minutes, but you never know because
we like to talk.
We like to talk a lot.
That's why we have a podcast.
Exactly. So this is going to be our first official 10-minute talk. It will be available for free on Patreon to kind of give you a sneak peek into what your oh my goodness. It's going to give you a sneak peek into what your subscription will afford you on our Patreon page.
So hopefully you really like it, because we want you to go to Patreon and subscribe and donate $1, $5, $20, whatever you can.
$300, whatever.
$300 is always phenomenal. Your deep pockets.
So this week we're going to be talking about the Catholic Church.
Yes. So at the time of this recording, and I'm sure by the time it's up on Patreon, a lot is erupting in the Catholic Church, as has been going on for about
3,000 years? I don't know, yes, something like that.
But more specifically in the last, almost 2 decades, since 2002, when the story first broke about the sex scandals in Spotlight in the Boston Globe.
Right.
So, but right now, new indictments have been made in Pennsylvania. There have been 1,000 victims. Over 300 priests have been implemented in these indictments, and of course hefty fines are going to be against the Catholic Church. Unfortunately, the statute of limitations has run out on a lot of these priests, and that is what the people in Pennsylvania are currently working on, trying to overturn the statute of limitations, which in most states is only 10 years.
Yes, hefty fines for the Catholic Church. Oh, Lord. God. Heaven forbid these poor children who were raped and molested and horribly wronged and abused.
Yeah, but we'll give you some money. Which, to date, the Catholic Church has paid over $2 billion in fines, and clearly they do not give a fuck. So
it just keeps going on. And to make this a little clear, Evan grew up in a highly religious household. I grew up in a completely non-religious household, so you'll get a little bit of opinion from both of us on 2 very different sides.
Yeah. So the big reason that we're actually talking about this is because the Catholic Church has decided that someone is to blame for all of these horrendous misdeeds.
You will never believe who is to blame.
We're going to give you one guess. You're wrong. It's not. No, it's not your mother. No, it's the gays.
Surprise! The gays are at fault again.
Never. The gays. No. Oh, we are just going around destroying the world. Everything is our fault. Everything. I don't know.
If you haven't noticed, all the floods. That was me. That was actually me.
That was definitely you.
Yeah.
Katrina. 100% you.
Me.
How old were you then? 13?
When was Katrina?
2005.
92.
Oh, so you were...
Yeah, I was 13. That was a really good guess.
Yeah. 13-year-old Paul just discovering his sexuality.
I was sitting there like, I was doing a little rain dance. Like,
that's right.
Come
just
on, Jesus.
Down the rains.
Come on. Well, actually, it wasn't Jesus. I was like, come on, Satan. Let's fucking flood.
It's amazing how homosexuals have been around forever, and just now God's like, oh, huh, the gays.
Why do you think they needed Noah's Ark?
What? Oh, he was destroying the world for the gays. Mm-hmm. It's too bad because, promptly after Noah's Ark, there was a homosexual act. But that's.
But that's why it happened. He tried. He tried. They never would have thought that one of Noah's sons would commit a homosexual act.
He's like, I've only got 8 people left. There's no way one of these is gay. I'll wipe out all the rest of them. And there's no way in hell. Damn it, God. Oh, and he can never win. The guy never gets a break.
No, never. We always somehow manage to just
slip right in. We're just good at easing into tight places.
Surprise.
All right, so the Catholic Church. Now, these are statements that have been made for the past 2.5 decades. In fact, back in 2002, when the story first broke, the Catholics alluded to that it was America's acceptance of homosexuality that had caused these priests to rape and abuse and beat these children. But they haven't given up on it,
No, of course not.
So,
and especially since gay marriage was legalized, oh God, that's when everything really went downhill for America.
Yeah,
guys.
that's when God was really like, I don't know. Yeah. So, what a high-standing cardinal in Chile, actually, but these are sentiments that have been expressed by priests in Pennsylvania and all around the world. But but his were the most flagrant and open, and it's Cardinal Bertone. I just had his name. I'm reading off of this. Yes, Cardinal Bertone, who is considered Pope Benedict's number 2. And Pope Benedict was right before Pope Francis.
How many does he have?
Huh? How many?
If that's his number 2, how many does he have?
I don't know. At least 2. The cardinal said, many psychologists and psychiatrists have shown that there is no link between celibacy and pedophilia, but many others have shown. I have recently been told that there is
Some people say. That's like a Fox News plug right there.
Exactly, right? I have recently been told that there's a relationship between homosexuality and pedophilia. Oh, you've been recently told that? This pathology is one that touches all categories of people and priests to a lesser degree in percentage terms. The behavior of priests in this case, the negative behavior, is very serious. It's scandalous. So basically it's like, oh my god, this is so horrible. But really, if we didn't have all the gays, we probably wouldn't be rampantly raping children.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. So we want to explain. So there are some queer Catholics. Why? How, guys? I don't know. Kudos to you for hanging into there.
And I want to make it clear that I don't hate religion. Evan doesn't hate religion.
Nope.
I think that if you are religious and it helps you through life and you truly believe in it and you truly are a good person and you follow the practices and you really truly believe that this is a real thing, kudos to you. What I have a problem with is organized religion who shits on everybody, who doesn't fall in line to their mind control.
Exactly.
That's what I have an issue with.
And what I specifically have a problem with in this situation is the institution, the Vatican. The Vatican is a very corrupt, evil place. I cannot encourage you enough. If you have Amazon Prime, right now, there is a free documentary for you.
Free, our favorite kind of thing.
Exactly. It's called Dark Secrets, because they weren't bullshitting around. And it's about the Catholic Church, specifically in Pennsylvania. And they talk about how the Catholic Church is notorious for its meticulous notes. In fact, we owe a lot of our history to the Catholic Church. Our history, our advances in science, because of their meticulous note-taking. And so they have the priesthood has meticulously taken notes of every incident of rape and abuse of a child that has come to them.
And they have not told anyone.
No.
They're like, shit,
this is really bad. Oh my god.
This is his 10th time. We should probably move him. Because if we move this rapist and molester from one church to the other, they'll definitely stop.
They'll definitely stop. Even though we have record that the last time we moved him, he continued to abuse, and the time before that he continued to abuse. I really think that this time...
Maybe we should just move him to Ireland.
Ireland is good. Poor Ireland has been pummeled. In fact, the Pope was recently in Ireland, and he was apologizing, but not. He was just like, I'm sorry this happened to you. Took no responsibility for the church.
Maybe if you did something a little different, it wouldn't have happened.
It's just that you guys recently allowed gay marriage in 2015,
yep.
And then now you're overturning abortion rights, and so you're kind of bringing all this rape on yourselves.
I mean, what did you think was going to happen?
It has nothing to do with our corrupt institution. It has nothing to do with the fact that we refuse to report pedophiles, and worse, continue to put them in the presence of children.
And continue to take notes and conspire and be an accessory to rape.
Oopsie. There was one story from Pennsylvania. A woman testified, and she... As a young girl, she was raped by a priest repeatedly. You know, he groomed her, he began to molest her, and then he raped her. And eventually she got pregnant. He arranged for an abortion to happen, even though the Catholic Church is so strongly against abortion.
They're pro-life.
Oh yeah, pro-life. Unless, of course, you get the girl that you're raping pregnant.
Yeah. Then you might need to cover some shit up.
Well, only when it's necessary. So he arranged for an abortion, and then after she had the abortion, she was 14 years old, and he called her into her room, and as soon as she walked into the room, there were several other priests, and she says that she was very scared. She had a bad feeling. She knew it was wrong. She ran out of the room. The priest, and this is like the scene from a horror movie, the priest chased her down the hall, grabbed her, dragged her by her heels back into the room, and then each priest raped her. And when it was reported, it was written down, and it was filed in a vault.
Can you imagine being the person writing this shit down? fucking priest Johnny over here raped
Oh, here goes another one. It's another Monday, am I right?
which I don't. So they're blaming all of this on homosexuality.
Yes.
And there are definitely accounts of, male priests raping or molesting male people, but they're also doing it to females.
But that's pedophilia, that's not homosexuality. Exactly. Like, this is pedophilia. It doesn't matter if you're raping boys or girls. You're a fucking pedophile.
No. I'm definitely saying you're...
Oh, I know you are.
I'm not saying it's any better or any...
Yeah.
Either way is any worse, but they're saying it's because of the homosexuals.
It's a homosexual subversion. It's our culture because we're accepting and promoting homosexuality. That's why these priests are suddenly... These priests have been fucking kids for decades. These records go back 70 years.
Right, yeah.
70 goddamn years. You've been writing this shit down.
Who can we use as a scapegoat? The homosexuals. Let's use
guess
them
the
again.
gays. So, I don't know, guys. Here we are continuing to destroy the world. Fuck you, Pope Francis, for not apologizing, for not taking any responsibility for what has happened. And to the queer Catholics, I hope that you're able to get through this. I hope that you are able to find some consolation in your faith. But I really hope you're not answering to the Vatican, because I don't know how any priest can answer to that institution.
No, the Vatican is extreme. Here's our end of our 10-minute discussion. What do we think of the Catholics in the Vatican? We think they're corrupt. We think they are a vile organization promoting horrible, horrible, horrible crimes, covering up crimes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Just abuse, and not just sexual abuse, like physical beatings, starvation, imprisonments, like awful atrocities. But that is the institution, and that is not reflective on Catholics as a whole. Most Catholic people are good, wonderful people who are outraged and they don't know what to do. Their faith, their religion is being shattered and torn apart by evil men.
Right, and the thing that separates the Catholic religion from other religions is it's a whole tree of power.
Yes.
So where's my hand? There's one guy at the top, and it comes down, and they're all controlled like a franchise.
Yes.
It's like the McDonald's franchise. So they're all controlled, and the church can't say we're not going to make McDoubles anymore. We're going to make the John Special, because then the church will say, well, I guess you're not really Catholic then.
Right.
So you can better explain it, but they're really not independent places. They're all controlled by the Vatican, which makes the Vatican so powerful, and that's what's causing these issues.
The Vatican owns their property. It assigns the priests. Like their money goes back. It ends up trickling back to the Vatican. Mm-hmm. So for Catholics to rise up and say, "Well, we're done with this," they're going to lose.
They're not really Catholics then.
Exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
They can be excommunicated, and that's a terrifying thought for a Catholic. And so, but also, if you're a Catholic and you've been raped by your priest, I don't know how you reconcile that.
Yeah,
it's awful.
It's the thing is when you grow up in religion, as you know, you're so brainwashed into needing the acceptance of the community. So the thought so the thought of leaving or being excommunicated may be more terrifying to these people than the thought of coming forward and saying,
losing your community. Not to mention, this is what you believe. This is your beliefs at your core, and you have to give that up, or you don't give it up, but you're tied to this horrible institution. It's a very tough predicament for Catholics, especially queer Catholics, and our heart goes out to you. But as far as the Vatican, go fuck yourself.
100%.
Exactly. But we've got way over our 10 minutes, so we're gonna wrap it up.
So if you would like to learn more, see more, go ahead and subscribe to us on Patreon. We will cover a different topic every week, from religion to politics to sexuality to
what underwear I'm wearing.
Anything.
I'm wearing some red Calvin Kleins right now. You can't see them.
How do you own better underwear than me?
Because I have better taste than you. So, anyways, Christians, we are happy that you're here. We hope you've enjoyed.
And stay queer.
And don't get a little bottom of me.
You beautiful saphists.